Hey there, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Time here in Russia in SnowRunner. Look at this beautiful time of a taiga though. Man, look at these tires though. Isn't that awesome? That's just purely made for conquering mud and very difficult terrain. We are going to haul these two metal beams towards our blockading quarry. And we want to have a free road after all. It will make hauling easier to the other zone too, for the, let's say, for the factory restoration projects and so on and so forth. It's going to be a busy day hauling left and right, but I'm ready for it though. It's early in the morning, we had our coffee, we had our breakfast. You know, probably for most truckers that will be a cigarette and a coffee, right? You know, but we had some eggs. And, you know, coffee. So that's beautiful, that's beautiful. Stomach is ready. The body too. Let's get going. So yeah, you know, like, I wonder, you know, like whenever I play this game right now, you know, I wonder what map is coming next. I can actually see it over here. Kola Peninsula. Okay, now I know where it actually is. That's kind of interesting, but we don't know how it will look like or anything like that. This is pretty awesome, isn't it? Yeah, we do slip a little bit with these tires, but it's understandable, right? We are going uphill, slippery roads, lots of weight on the back. It's such a beautiful game. We do have enough gasoline, but a little bit extra doesn't, you know, doesn't hurt at all. The issue is if you're running out, when you just need like 2 or 3 more though. And it did happen before to us. In Alaska and actually in Russia too. And the worst thing about it, remember the Alaska episode? Like 5 or 6 meters away from the gasoline, you know, like from the gas station. Yeah. That felt bad. That felt really, really bad though. But I do like to laugh at irony, so I had a great time, you know what I mean? Couple of challenges. Yeah, we have not done them yet. But I'm going to keep them for the end, right? You know, it's going to be a lot more fun that way. It's like a... So I say it's like a passing, you know, like a medal of passing, so we can move on to the next zone. Showing that we have conquered the map that we have been working on the whole time. And conquering every little time trail for gold. And then we move on. It's probably good for the resume right before we open a new garage too. This little outpost. I'm not sure if any of you have ever played the Stalker games though, but those little outposts remind me of the Stalker series, right? You know, especially the first one. Sorry, Time here, Russia Federation or Russian Federation. We already have an airplane going above us. These subtle sound effects though, right, makes the world feel so alive. Doubt. I really do think like some of these rocks are just so extremely solid and damaging for the tires. But then again, we do get suspension damage mostly, right? And engine damage. So I'm not sure why. Look at the height that we are. And I'm talking about little pebbles almost. There we go. Beautiful. Not completely rid of the boulder though. I wish we could take care of that too. That would be a lot of fun. you know, with special equipment. Thank you. We will begin work clearing the debris. You better do. Okay, so we have all the side missions though. Let's go to the next zone right over here, Zimmergrosk. And start with one of these. Scout is recommended. Visit the survey point. Okay, we could do that without any issue. Let's go with the other one then. Truck recovery. Off-road truck is recommended. The step 310E. And it seems like, do we have to repair that? Yes, alright, let's go. I think we are going to park this big boy somewhere around here. And then we are going to go with our repair station though, right? I think it still has enough gears and screws and bolts and everything in it. But I would say it would not be a bad thing to actually, you know, like get some extra gasoline in here. Now we are here by the old hermit. And I think we are going first to get some gasoline. So yeah, let's go. Alright boys, the Foron, and of course the trailer too, because as you can see though, there's not a lot out of it, you know, 1/4 is out of it. I did expect a little bit more though, because we have used it to repair quite a bit of a number of trucks at this point. Let's go and make a proper turn here. But not just the trucks that we did repair and refuel, also our own tanks we did a couple of times. Man, this was a good choice though, huh, to use the Foron for this type of job, because there's a lot of trucks that we have to repair. But we only know this though, right, because we did scout around, collect all the tasks here and there. And that means that we can see how many of a certain task we need, and then we can actually get specialized trucks out. Okay, we missed that one. Good. So yeah, you know, without specialized trucks though, you have to go back and forth to the garage though, and adapt the whole time. I definitely was guilty of that though at the beginning of the game. We had to learn a lot about, well, the infrastructure, not just about the physics, because that was a big part of learning, but also planning ahead, you know, getting a certain workflow going. My workflow that works best is just scout until you have collected and found everything. And then, you know, especially accept every task. And then you can move on. I don't know what it is about this game though. Is it the nature though aspect that we are just doing this through the nature? Like being part of it? Or is it the feeling of being independent, right? You know, like working for yourself, growing your business and all. Maybe a combination though. But it feels so natural though, if I think about it. So let's go. Yeah, it just feels so natural though, like the flow and everything. But you just want to keep coming back, right, you know? And it feels different, like a lot of games that I've played in the past. Let's say World of Warcraft though. I played that game for 15 years, almost daily, almost. And it's now 21 years old, I believe, if not older. So the last 6 years I barely did anything in that game, but World of Warcraft felt like you had to come back, you know, like if you don't, you just fall behind, especially if you're wearing the top rating stuff, right, you know, and all those little goodies. But it felt a little bit like an addiction too, although it was not. It just was a hobby, a daily hobby, right? At the same time, this game feels like more like, oh, I really want to play. I really want to go back here. I didn't have that with WoW in all those years. Like, oh, I cannot wait to be home, you know? And this game does not has that little feeling of an addiction to it. Even though WoW was not addictive to me. Although it is a very addictive game though. There were documentaries about it too. When gaming was not mainstream and pure evil, right? And then people noticed that you can get famous on off of with gaming. And then it became mainstream. And then all the narcissists popped up. It's kind of interesting how that works too, right? You know, now everybody loves gaming. And then what happens? You have a special category called just chatting on Twitch. You know? And that's where the real gamers are right now. You know what I mean, though? Oh, well. You know, that's what it is. But, it just feels different. It feels like progress in real life for some reason. Alright. We did not choose the best route. It is very strange that this is muddy. Because the water will just stream off to the sides. The right side, right before the drop, is just round. It's not up. If it was a little bit up, though, I can imagine like the rainfall will just stream down and we have a little road that became a river, though, but... oh, well. The one thing you actually learn from this game is actually reading territory, right? After all, you have IRL physics. Not to perfection, of course, but, you know, there are physics in here. You got tires, you got work, you have to think about being top heavy or bottom heavy. About the sway and the balance of everything. The trailers function differently if you haul it like this instead of on a flatbed. It's so cool though, right, you know, and then the terrain and all. And a little bump. You really do feel right, because I have tipped over in this game. Because of a tiny, tiny little bump. And I was playing hardcore when I played SnowRunner for the first time. But I thought, you know, for the Let's Play, the gameplay that we are doing right now, kind of will be like, it will be awesome though, but I want progression, right? I want to be a little bit entertaining, sharing my story with you guys, talking a little bit of ramble here and there, of course, you know. After all, we are truckers here. And, yeah, you know, it just feels like that. It just translates over, and that's a good thing too. Like with Turbo Peggy, I noticed that she's also thinking of other situations, like in real life difference. And she started playing this game too. No commentary on her channel. Channel name is Turbo Peggy, check it out. Say hello, she would really appreciate that. But yeah, you know, she's thinking different about these things too, and she did practice in Euro Truck Simulator, right? You know, with steering wheel and everything. And it made her think different about certain objects too, right? You know, and that's what I like about these simulation games. I think the best course will be actually to haul that bad boy towards us, you know what I mean? So, that's the trailer. Technically, I could just put the trailer over there. Slippery roads. Oh, the hook is not... yeah. It's too far. I think now it will fit. Beautiful. Yeah. How are we going to do this? I think I'm going to park our big boy right over here. Or trailer. And then we can just haul it wherever we want it to go. It will be funny if we have to go that way, but that means that I can just haul that truck over there too. Just the way how we want it. Alright. There we go. Yeah, big boy, you go too, please. Or maybe even stay. That would be preferable. That means that we can just haul this big boy out of there without too much of a hassle. But first, let's try to repair it. It will just make rolling it a lot easier. Yeah, I do have to upgrade my winches. That's a fact. Some of them are just basic, you know? And we want to have the twin advanced engines or even more than that, right? There we go. Yeah, the issue are the suspensions are totally annihilated though on that truck. That's no good. Come on, big boy, we can do this. Yeah, we are going back forward, which is nice. Very slow though, right? Very slow, but we are doing it. We are managing. My oh my. This thing though, this Foron is a beast, by the way. It's very, very strong. Ooh, a little bit of progress though, huh? After 12 years of hauling through that little bit of mud. Ah, that's how it goes, right, you know? All in the name of progress, you know? And let's go into reverse. And back to the front. And back in reverse though. Oh, next time steer a little bit sooner. But that's the trailer is too far away. Refuel. That's how we do that. And let's do a repair. Next time I should really do the repair first. It's very simple. Why? Wait a minute. We don't have enough? No way. We really don't have enough with all of this. Wow. For real though. Wow. Really? 2 of these were not enough. Ay. I mean, we could go over here and buy a new trailer though. Right? I think I have to fix that up first. So for now, we will just leave this mission be, I would say. Lost instrument. Interesting. Truck crane is recommended. Truck with crane. But which crane though? Ah, those cranes. Okay, I see. Smaller ones. Because there's a bigger one too, right? Concrete slabs 2 times. And I think we are going for this one in the next one, right? Because right now I kind of want to do this one. Detached trailer. No, let's just attach it still. So we have something to fuel our trucks with, right? If we do need something. And I don't think it will be the best way to actually park it over here because of all the extra mud. Let's try to hold this one at least to the garage over there. And for this little job though, it's recommended to have a scout. But I think we can handle it with the Foron. With a trailer. Ah, challenge accepted though. Challenge accepted. Further, huh? Yep, there we go. All in the name of equality for everyone. Strangely, the government, why are the ones that we're rich? Anyways, off we are. Let's go towards the quarry. Now, here we do have our taiga. And I kind of want to see, though, like, where we can actually bury the stone slabs. Because that is what we do need right now. Concrete slabs are all the way over here. That's not too bad, by the way. Not too bad at all. Let's see. Okay, that is that vehicle. Let's see. Stone slabs. We do need 2 slots for that. And we do need a crane. So you know what? I'm actually going to take a different truck with us. Zik, I would say. And then get a trailer, a proper trailer for this bad boy on it too, right, you know? Well, no, not a trailer, because we do need this one for tight maneuvering. We just get another trailer. You know, I wanted to go with a flatbed. But that will be bad, right? Because we do need to be a little bit maneuverable with this one. And the best thing about it is, it has enough spare parts for repairing the other one too, right? You know, the 320E. But to be honest, now that I do see that bad boy over there, I kind of want to use that one, to be honest. It's a good truck, by the way. It's a very, very good truck. Alright, now let's see. Just a very small one. There we go. Sideboard trailer. There we go. Beautiful. Off we are. Off we are. Yeah, this is going to be a beautiful long haul, by the way. We have to go to 2-3 zones. 1, 2, and 3. Yep, 3 zones. It's going to be worth it, though, right? Bridge repair at its finest. And there we go. Now let's just hope that we do need the slabs, though, right? Because let's double check. I've hauled before things that I should not have hauled. Lost instruments. No. Bridge recovery. This one. Yes. It doesn't really say anything right now, strangely enough. Because we have to do that. Bridge recovery. Start tracking. Concrete slabs. Yep, we do need it. Awesome. So yeah, you know, like, this is the part where I'm actually thinking, like, what shall I show? Shall I show the journey towards there? Although, yes, it's part of the game. You already have seen it, though, so that's part of the game. Same with daylight and nighttime and stuff like that, too. Part of the game. But sometimes you just want to cut something out, right? You know what I mean? We could go... Yeah, we have not discovered that just yet, or explored. We've discovered it. I think we are going to turn right here, go here, and go back over here. Ooh, that damage is devastating, though. Look at my suspension. Oi, 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 oi. That is not good. That is not good. There's a repair station close by, though, so I'm very, very lucky about that. It's good that our tire didn't pop, by the way. That's very, very good. We are very lucky that that repair station is right over there, over the horizon. You can just barely see it. By the way, did I have it strapped on? I think I did, though, did I? Yeah, I did. Alright, very good. We have to check that, though. I don't want to lose it, although we do have a crane. It will be a little bit struggling, though, with the weight of these concrete slabs. Wow, that was a surprise. Oh, wow. I love this one. This truck is so good, though. And I don't really love it because it's so strong, although massive bonus. I just love how bulky it is though. Right, you know, with the tires and everything. It's just awesome, especially the tires. I love the tires. Especially how wide it is compared to the, you know, like carrying plate. The flatbed. Oh yeah, I forgot. Just put this truck in high gear and you're all set though. Doesn't really slow down or anything. The issue is though the suspension might hold us back right now. And high gear is mostly for the muddy parts like this over here. And back to automatic. Yeah, this game kind of feels like a dance of the gears, right? Back and forth, back and forth. The best thing about this truck actually is that it's not really tip heavy. Like you can actually haul a lot of gear on the flatbed and go quite in a steep way without having to worry about tipping over. It's really well balanced. The only thing I hate about this truck is actually this over here. It's not so bad, to be fair. It's pretty decent though. But this feels made for war. You know what I mean? Comfort is just an option when you have to survive. I kind of wonder if there are different weather patterns too. So far we have only seen rain and snow. But is there... Well, did we see... Yeah, we did see snow in Alaska, yeah. Just slightly. But is there thunder too, I wonder? You know, like maybe some heavy winds here and there. Oh, that would be really good. That is something I'm actually looking forward to. How silly is that? How silly is that? No light is lighting up on the dashboard? No. For the lights, that is. I'm not sure why I said the word hate though. Like, I know a couple of months ago I did hate this cabin. But it's actually pretty decent though, now that I use it again. I am weird, dude. I'm weird. I do admit that. But it's not so bad. Maybe I changed as a person though. I changed the FOV. That could be it. Okay, high gear too late engage. I thought we could just haul through this. Accelerate a little bit more. There we go. High gear. And look at this hauling though, huh? Like a rocket we go ahead of time. Ahead of time of the planned schedule though. The issue is though, I thought it would take us way longer, but no, this is just really chill right now. Alright, I'm going to skip ahead towards Simdergorsk and I will see you guys right there. Beautiful, here we are. Now let's see, how shall we go and approach this? This is a destroyed bridge, so we kind of have to go... Yeah, that's kind of strange. We might go over here. That means that we have to turn around a little bit though. Yeah, let's go and turn back. Oh no, it's one of those axis one. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Yep, that's what I mean. Restore crane, unpack cargo, and park cargo once more. Get those. It's a little bump right over there. See what I mean? It just doesn't want to go further, so that makes it a little bit more difficult for me. Unpack and pack the big boy again. We are going to do a little extra, well, a little tour of beautifying or mind or happiness. We are going to be one with nature, in other words. Now let's go and take the scenic route and get away from the hippie crap ride. Not going to be that much of a distance change, but I could do technically, and I think I will do that, is try to get 2 birds with 1 stone. We're going to fix that truck over there, the Step 310E. I think that might be the best course of action. And we can deliver the stone slabs and probably haul that big boy over to its own destination too. That would be a nice little run though, wouldn't it be? I mean, this guy is not stopping. Absolutely not. Except here, of course, because we were in high gear, although that does not matter. As you can see, there's a tree stump that was blocking us. Yep, there we go. Yeah, these tree stumps though, man, they are god tier. They are very, very strong, like in real life though. I respect that. Especially in the long way though, right? Try to bend that like a toothpick. Not going to happen. Okay, let's go, let's go. Alright. I kind of want to upgrade my sim gear though, and then maybe record most of this though in FOV. Right, just like this. It will be a lot of fun though with a real strong, you know, Newton meter type of direct drive system. I got a Mozart though, but it's not the strongest though, right? You know, it feels pretty decent. But for a game like this, with all the mods, the more nanometers you have, the more realistic everything feels, right? So yeah, I'm going to wait off with that a little bit. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the nose though. The nose is the biggest weakness of this truck. There's a little nosedive and you're getting the damage in. Kinda interesting that the suspension got the damage. We're very lucky there. Very lucky. Yeah, but look at the size differences though, right? Between this one and the 4-on. The 4-on is just an agile looking cookie in comparison with this big boy. Now let's go and repair. There we go. And refuel. There we go. Not bad. You did a good job restoring it. I look forward to seeing you behind the wheel of your new ride. Well, thank you very much though, big dude, huh? I extremely appreciate that. Wow. We got ourselves 310E. Not bad at all. But before we do anything, look at, by the way, how this truck with these tires is actually going over the mud here compared to the 4-on. Yeah, big trucks, big wheels, equals big payment though, right? Because you are doing more in the same time. But the issue is though, that's only in mud. This thing is actually like a turtle. It's not the quickest. But then you might think like, well, maybe the other one is like a hare, right? You know, and the hare might be quick. But somehow the turtle is winning in the end, you know. Kind of looks like a turtle too, if you think about it. You know, the wide shouldered cabin, flat on top, not tall, nothing like that though. Interesting. Maybe we have to paint it green or something. Can we? Yes, we can. Beautiful though. No. We did let go too quick though of that wrench. Fantastic. Let's keep on going. It will be so cool, by the way, like the future of games like this though would be like SnowRunner, Expeditions, Roadcraft, and House Flipper all combined, you know, and Car Mechanic, you know, like that will be an absolutely tremendous time sink though. Think about it. It will be absolutely wild though if you think about it. But it might be just way too much for someone to do, right? You know, so that might be the issue. But the possibilities though, right? You know, the possibilities might be, let's be honest, that will be probably way too much though. But you could automate certain things. Then it will be okay. Because not everybody wants to build or rebuild these houses. Not everybody wants to be a mechanic either. Or, you know, delivering everything. I would say those people are absolutely weird. But in general though, you know, like, I do get it. I do get it. That's the trailer. There we go. Now let's see. We got one over here, one there, and one all the way over there. So I'm going to go over the bridge and go all the way over there, and I will see you guys right over yonder. Oh, look at that though, huh? The entire sky is getting pink. Not bad though, huh? To look at a little bit of color at night, late in the evening. We still gotta haul all 4 of these though, so it's going to be night work. Which is always fun. A little bit more precise work, a little bit more careful you gotta be, right, you know. That's what we like, a little challenge. Oh, it's in the river. By the way, you know, it's lost, right? I kind of want to know what the lore is behind this. The renovation of Simnogorsk Pier was going beautifully, until a shipment of essential equipment was lost in transit. Please find this equipment and deliver it to the pier. How was this lost all over the place though? That seems like, oh, it fell from the truck, right? You know, they just drop it somewhere. They marked it down where it was dropped, and then someone is going to pick it up though. It absolutely looks like that, and yeah, no accident or something like that, because it's way too scattered around though, and way too far away from the road too. You know this is all purpose. Okay. Okay, we are not sitting there. Let's put that on. Activate the anchor. Oh, yeah, that's not the best course right there, but that's okay though. Let's enter the crane mode. There we are. Totally forgot how to use this one actually, right? You know? Up, just go by flat out memory. Muscle memory though. So brain off, in other words, right? You know, just keep going. Restore the crane, pack the cargo. There we are. Now the best route would be down here. Yep. Ooh, nice. And a little bit further to the left and then directly to the right. Let's put it into high gear and get on hauling though. But you can't deny, this truck is absolutely amazing though. Look at how wide it is, the little crane there, the little flatbed. It's kind of cute though, like a giant trying to help out a couple of dwarves. And it's good that there is no one coming from the opposite side though, right? Because we are dominating this road. It's made for us. And only us, it seems. Silly me, by the way, right? You know, putting it in high gear. Thinking the little mud over here will just slow us down. Nah, we don't have a trailer. That's the beautiful thing about this truck. If you don't carry a trailer around though, you don't give a F about anything. You just keep on going. I would have loved to have a wide cabin, you know, like, so you can have conversations with someone, or maybe actually, you know, have a bed there. There might be a bed down here though, now that I think about it. It's an extra door. The part below the lights is actually the engine though, the engine room, but right behind us, right, there might be a bed over there, but yeah, I wouldn't count on that. Okay, just follow this road, in other words. Shut off. Alright, gray mode. Activated. Super sweet. Let's turn it a little bit. Oh yeah. Now that I compare, you know, like this crane mechanics with farming simulator mechanics though, right? You know, for the controller alone, this one is easy peasy though in comparison. So the crane, unpack and pack the cargo. Beautiful. What we could technically do is just take this one too and then go right there. You know? I think we should do that. It's on the way anyways. Let's be careful around here. I know that this truck can easily do this though. But still gotta be careful though, right? You know? Yeah, with this truck, I'm very comfortable to do a couple of dumb things, you know what I mean? As you can see, we did not take any damage or You know, like we were not even close to tipping, not even now when we are bumping that rock. Things are good. Things are very, very good. So smooth though, isn't it? I tried to use this truck a little bit less than I would like to, you know? A lot less than I would like to be honest. Man, it is just getting me from point A to B within, you know, a reasonable time. But it just feels like it is OP though. Is it OP? Is it overpowered? I don't know. Truck just does what the truck is made for, right? You know, it's a monster looking type of truck though, so yeah, it looks overpowered. Therefore, if it is overpowered, it is fitting. You know what I mean? It's not like one of those shooting games, right? You know, FPS games where you hold a little pistol in your hand, but it just hits like a shotgun. You know, that's a little bit silly. Because this is actually having the format, right, you know, of being what it should be. Powerful. Ooh, that's a dangerous place though, right? At least you have reinforced sides there. Man, I would not like to have that factory right over there, right, you know, because a drunk factory worker, you know, you're just nicking that side over there. Or we by accident. Once we could not make the turn right, you know, that's just a lot of damage though. Can you imagine you're working there, somebody hits that and the roof collapses because of it? All reality though, that did sadly happen in real life. You know, whatever you can imagine, it did happen at one time. Wow, we are blind here. Did actually happen now, right, at a certain time. On a beautiful green bluish planet. Or will, if it's sci-fi, you know. There we go. Hoppa. Wait a minute, no. Restore the crane, park the cargo. There you go. Let's go grab the other one. Let's blind everyone right now in 2, 3, 4. Boom. Where's my favorite star sign though? Yeah, I think we have to look a little bit higher up. I don't see it anywhere around here. So maybe though, maybe we have not implemented it for time here. Or we are not looking higher up right now, because we don't know which season it is at the moment either. Probably it's autumn around here. Yeah, probably early autumn though. Looking at all the leaves now that I think about it, yeah, this is definitely autumn. And mid to end of autumn. If it was actually the end, it could be like there would be snow already here, right? So maybe we just miss out on that. Could be the case too. And that means that my star sign is kind of high up though, right? You know, and it's the Seven Sisters, by the way. Let's see. Yeah, let's go take the scenic route. I just like it though, right? You know, seeing all those suns so close together, packed together. It will be so cool to actually have their planet where we could live. Because they are so close together though, you can actually see them rather well from that point of view if you are in one of those star systems. Feels a little bit more like Star Wars or something like that, you know what I mean? Like the reality that another species might be living very close by. Hopefully friendly, of course. Hopefully less advanced, of course. If it's aggressive, you know? So, yeah, that's that. I just like the possibilities of the unknown. One of the reasons why I love this game. Although a lot of this is actually known to us. The thing though about it is that something wild can happen, or we don't know where the road leads. What might happen, what might cause us to tip over. Might be a hidden something in the mud, you know. There's so many possibilities, and that is why I love this. Different regions, different atmospheres, different missions. I don't think they mind that I just crossed this. By the way, how did this one get lost though? Right, you know? How did this one get lost? Who parked it over here? Or how did it launch from the road towards here? We should investigate that driver, the truck driver, for real. He's a danger on the road though. Not just for others, but for himself too. It will be a little bit of a generosity that we do take care of him, right? You know? So the crane, pack the cargo, and off we go. I hope the porta potty boys right over there to the right, they are happy though, right? You know that we are delivering all of this. Consumables. Yeah, they're definitely going to eat there. As you can see, they are probably sleeping in there. Appa, there we are. You found it wonderful. My boss will be very happy. Indeed. Thank you. You're welcome. You're more than welcome. Metal beamers. We do need to deliver 2 times. And we have to pick that up and deliver it over there. We will do so in the next episode. So by that, I want to thank you all for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Have a wonderful time. And I will see you guys then. Stay happy, stay healthy. And don't forget to subscribe though. Bye-bye.